all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world. She walks into mine.
And now, a show for retro movie and TV lovers everywhere. Interviews with some of the biggest stars in showbiz.
It's a big W, I tell you! It's a big W!
Real talk with the Hollywood Kid.
Senator, we're both part of the same hypocrisy. But never think it applies to my family.
With Mike DeStasio.
Can you dig it?
And here's your host, the Hollywood Kid.
What happened? Whoa, I'm a finalist in the New York State Lottery. Are you serious? Yes. You're not joking. Right there. They laughed at Christopher Columbus. They laughed at the Wright brothers. They laughed at Einstein. Mama, they even laughed at me. But nobody's going to laugh at me after Christmas Eve because I'm a finalist in the New York State Lottery and I'm going to win that $6.2 million and I'm going to spend it!
All right. Good afternoon and welcome back to another edition of Real Talk with the Hollywood Kid. I am Mike DeStasio. I am the Hollywood Kid. And for you movie lovers out there, you guys know exactly what that movie clip was. And my guest on the phone this afternoon played a very integral part in that movie. Okay, folks, my guest this afternoon is a veteran actor who has appeared in more than 90 movies and television shows throughout his career. On the small screen, he has appeared in TV shows like Kojak, Knight Rider, Hardcastle and McCormick, Miami Vice, Airwolf, Matlock, Who's the Boss, and Karen Cisco, to name a few. On the big screen, he has appeared in movies like Paradise Alley, American Gigolo, Young Doctors in Love, Flashdance, Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, Maniac Cops 1, 2, and 3, Midnight Run, Lock Up, Donnie Brasco, Maniac, and Creed, to name a few. And in my opinion, one of the most underrated movies of all time, 29th Street. Folks, the great Frank Pesce. Frank, thank you so much for taking the time this afternoon.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a pleasure. That movie just won't go away. I'm so proud of that movie.
No, you should be, because in my opinion, I tell my buddies all the time, because, I'm sure you and I, we have a similar type of background somewhat. You grew up in those Italian neighborhoods, and there's so many characters growing up in those neighborhoods, and, they just become part of the landscape. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The movie, the key to the movie was when I was in Midnight Run, and I met George Gallo, the writer, and I said to him, have you directed anything? He said, no. This is his first movie directing. I said to him, you write this story I'm going to tell you. You write the script. I'll let you direct the movie. And he did. And that movie, his first time. It's incredible how well it is. I can honestly say it's the best first-time director that I've ever seen, the picture he made.
No, it's fantastic.
It's very hard to make a movie that good the first time. Wow, it came out great.
It's sort of like It's a Wonderful Life. Do you know what I mean? And that type of spirit. The spirit of the movie is just, it's great. It's fantastic. So many great characters. Danny Aiello, Anthony LaPaglia, yourself. So many great characters, like I said. You initially wrote it, and then what did you do with it? You went out to try to sell it to studios, and what happened?
I sold it all over the place. I sold it one time to 3 studios. I sold it to 20th Century Fox. I sold it to MGM, and I sold it to another one. Wait a minute. 20th Century Fox winds up doing it. MGM wanted it. And Paramount wanted it. Gary Marshall introduced it to 2 writers that worked for him. They did all his movies, Babalu Mendez and some other guy. I can't think of his name. But I wound up selling the movie to 3 places. And then when it came time, 20th Century Fox was going to make the movie. And David Permit says, Frank, you You can't sell the right to 20th Century Fox. You sold the rights to 2 other companies already. You can't. I said to him, well, you got lawyers. Just figure it out. What's so hard about it? Figure it out. And, it was crazy what went on. The people that were going to be in it at one time. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I wanted Peter Falk to play my father.
Wow.
Only because my father was a short guy and like that. Danny was fantastic in the movie.
Amazing.
I got no complaints with him. But that's who I wanted to air the first time. And it worked out fine with Danny. And what else did we do? Jesus. Oh, God. The movie, 20th Century Fox didn't release the movie right. What happened was they had 2 movies left at the end of the year. There's 29th Street and a picture called For the Boys with Bette Midler and
I remember that.
James Caan and all that. They put all their money into that movie. It didn't work at all. And they put 29th Street, I think, in 131 theaters, which is nothing.
What a shame.
And the movie never got a chance. Critics were picking it. Jeffrey Lyons picked the best picture of the year. Michael Medved loved it. Oh, Rotten Tomatoes loved it. Everybody did. And 20th Century Fox hasn't released a movie yet on Blu-ray. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Yeah, it's difficult to find.
Want to know something? Go look on Amazon.
Okay.
Go look online. Try to get a brand new copy, the DVD of 29th Street.
Okay.
There were times when they were selling them for $300, $400. I used to tell people, I'll come and spend a weekend with you doing this stuff with these prices. Right now, if you look online, it's $135.
Huh.
So why is the 20th Century Fox? I mean, I wish I was working in the mailroom
Yeah, right.
I'd go and talk to the president and say, you guys have got a movie that you own. You haven't released it on Blu-ray. They're selling it for, there were times $200, $300. Right now, it's $135.
Wow.
You can look it up. So when are they going to realize that what they got on their hands?
It's a gem. It's a gem.
And release the movie to the public so they can buy it.
I had that disc, no lie, Frank, about 10, maybe 15 years ago in my social club. And I tell people about the movie all the time. I'm not just blowing smoke, believe me. I gave it to a friend of mine, Big C, we call him. He said, Mike, yeah, give it to me. I said, all right. That was 15 years ago. Every time I see him, it's like the running joke, or like Louis LaMouche. Oh, where's my tape? Where's my disc? Where's my disc? Folks, if you've never seen 29th Street, like Frank says, try to find it online at Amazon. I mean, it's a fantastic, fantastic movie, and I've been preaching this movie for more than at least a decade. My friends will tell you down at the club, it's all we talk about all the time. We'd run the movie lines, it's like sort of like a Godfather-ish. We all know the lines, all the characters, and it's funny that I told my friends that you were coming on today, and I was sending out texts and like, oh my God, Frank Pesce, wow. But it's a fantastic movie. Like I said, I compare it to the spirit of It's a Wonderful Life, because of the Christmas theme to it.
Jeffrey Lyons said it's a cross between It's a Wonderful Life and Goodfellas. I don't know, that's what he did.
An easy money.
Now, the guy that did the music, William Ovis.
Okay.
First time.
Wow.
William Ovis. The soundtrack in the beginning is great and all that. The DP was a guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street 5. The snow and all that.
Yeah.
Is shaving cream on the floor, and they were doing all those scenes with the snow. It's all fake. We shot in North Carolina.
Wow.
Everybody thinks we shot it in New York.
Right. Now, the people Frank, the people that don't know about the premise of the movie, a lot of it's loosely based on your life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I bought one ticket on the first New York State Lottery, just like it happened in the movie. I was working at Seiko at the time, the watch company, and the banks were closed. I had to go cash a check, and I went to the pawn shop where I knew the guy there. His name was Jimmy Hill or whatever. He's a Jewish guy. He knew my father and all that. And I bought one ticket, and it was true. I'm coming home on the subway, and on the front page, it headlines the New York Post lottery winners listed inside. And so I look inside. They've got a whole bunch of serial numbers. You know, they didn't have
right.
the ping pong balls in the lottery, the first New York State lottery. And what happened was you wrote up on a piece of carbon paper, like a check thing. There was a serial number on it, and you ripped off. You took half of it, and the other half they put into a box. And the lottery guys who run the lottery come around, pick up all those things, and they put them in a drum, and they, do the drum. They roll the drum around. So in the New York Post, they had instant winners, $10, $20, $50, with the numbers next to their name. Then they had the list of 200 people eligible for the big drawing in Madison Square Garden, the Felt Forum. They had an alphabetical order, and there was my name. And everybody saw it, and then they said, Frank Pesce, and all that. And my father once said to me, when he saw it, and he said, I always knew you were good for something, and this is it. He says, the best part is you can't screw this up.
Oh, that's classic.
And, I had some people that put money together, and they said they wanted to give me $10,000 for the ticket.
Wow.
And And I was thinking actually of doing it or whatever. My father said to me, "Are you crazy?" Said to me, "Are you crazy?"
You got the luck, kid.
I said, "Well, what's the matter? $10,000." It was that. He said, "Yeah, and suppose you give the ticket away, and they win a lot more money than $10,000. I'd hate to see your face and all that." And I said, "Yeah, but if I don't sell a ticket, and it comes out, I lose $10,000. And my father said to me, "No, you don't. All you lose is $1. Don't sell the ticket. Plus, I don't want to be the father of the idiot that traded in $10,000 for,
that's classic.
for $1.
That's classic, Frank. I want to ask you, you're very close friends with Sylvester Stallone. When you told him about the movie, what was his thoughts?
I said to him, I said, you made Rocky. Frank. You made a movie about Rocky Balboa. Frank Pesce made a movie about Frank Pesce. And he said to me, "Yeah, but you didn't play yourself." And I said to him, "Well, I don't want to play myself. I don't want to. I thought I'd get enough of the story and this and that and whatever." Oh, he was, impressed.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like a very down to earth kind of guy. I actually had his brother Frank on twice, and now I got you on.
Oh yeah,
yeah, Frank's great.
Yeah, Frank's good. Yeah.
Now I got
Frank's
you.
A talented guy.
Yeah, Frank's always at Vitello's. I got to go see him some night. I'm gonna come out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to go.
Yeah, I gotta come. Vitello's. Yeah.
He's always at Vitello's.
He plays there all the time. I live.
Oh, you live around the corner?
From there.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
I'll come out there in a couple months. We'll go see him. We'll go see him together. We'll have a few laughs.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
I want to talk about another dear friend of yours who passed away, Joe Spinell. Talk about Joe Spinell for a minute.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
People don't know who Joe Spinell is.
Oh, my God. The guy, Godfather 1, Godfather 2, Cruising,
Rocky,
Brubaker, Rocky. Oh, my God. Rocky 2.
He was
what a talented guy.
For the people out there who don't know who Joe Spinell is, Joe Spinell was the bookie in Rocky, just so you know.
Yeah, the Loan Shark.
The Loan Shark, yeah. And
yeah.
You cheat,
you should break his thumbs, yeah. He wasn't for him. I never would have came to California and got involved in all this. He's the one, to help me. I was an extra, this and that. And then I came out with him, and we stood together until, the end. And then he started making horror movies and things like that. And he's amazing. Like, for instance, Godfather 2 is a big movie. It's really big, 3 hours, whatever. You'll remember him in the movie. Yeah, we had a lot of buffers in the family.
Yeah, family had a lot of buffers.
Had a lot of buffers. Yeah, Willie Cheech.
Cheech,
you remember him. You won't say, Look, who was he? Where was he? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Frankie Pantangeli.
Guy, and that's what we did.
Remember Frankie Pantangeli? Cheech. La Botta.
Yeah, Mike Gazzo.
Yeah, Gazzo. Yeah. I want to ask you, obviously, about Joe Spinell and yourself were very tight, and you guys had a very special relationship with Steven Spielberg.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever see the thing?
The story. The Joe Spinell story?
No, you can look on your phone right now. Go online and look up Steven Spielberg.
Oh, the Oscars.
Loses the nomination.
Yes. That was in the. That was
get nominated. We're in the office yelling, screaming with him.
Oh my
Did you
goodness!
see that?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you had that shirt on with the tuxedo.
Yeah, tuxedo. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
You guys now tell them.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg.
Tell them who you and Joe were supposed to be in Jaws.
Supposed to be. I'm a very, very, very good swimmer. He wanted me, Joe Spinell, to come up to Martha's Vineyard. He wanted me to be the guy in the water swimming, and Joe on the dock. The shark, is coming closer and closer. And Joe Spinell is, the guy that says, "Don't look, just keep swimming, don't look back, just keep going forward." And what happened was I had a problem, some relationship I was in with some girl.
Right.
I didn't get up there, and I blew it. I should have went there and did that thing. But we became friends with Spielberg, and he said, "I owe you guys for saving me." When he didn't get nominated, it was so embarrassing. He made the biggest grossing picture ever. Hey, this and that, and
he didn't get directed.
He didn't get nominated for best director of the year.
Horrible.
Spinell is yelling and yells in the thing. Who directed the movie? The Shark.
That's true. I know. Folks, if you've never seen the Joe Spinell story on YouTube, go on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of, geez, my God, time flies. Look at this. 3-4 minutes left. Anyways, I want to get into great. You and I. We love. I'm an old Hollywood guy, so we talk about Steven Spielberg with Jaws and a great movie. In your opinion, does Hollywood? Are we ever going to make Hollywood going to make any more good movies?
Oh, Jesus, I'm so disgusted with the movies they make now.
Makes two of us.
I remember there was a year. I tell this to everybody. These were the 5 guys nominated for Best Actor of the Year: Marcello Mastroianni in Divorce Italian Style, Gregory Peck for To Kill a Mockingbird, Burt Lancaster for Birdman of Alcatraz, Jack Lemmon for Days of Wine and Roses, and the biggest disaster in the history of the movies, Peter O'Toole for Lawrence of Arabia. That's the kind of movies they were making then.
Right.
And, the things they're doing today.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
I honestly haven't been excited for a movie since I was a kid, like Rocky 1. And I wish to God I was.
Yeah.
I'm not even making a joke. There's really nothing out there. They get The Irishman coming up, but back in the old days, we talk about years. 1939, they say, is arguably the best year for Wizard of Oz. All these classic movies, Nikita, all these huge movies, Citizen Kane, Gone with the Wind, all these great movies. Now it's just they get the characters and they get the comic books and all that garbage.
And you know what they did? They killed the Western.
Yeah,
don't make them anymore. They made some great Westerns. Hollywood makes Westerns. The Wild Bunch, Shane, The Searchers, and the Gunfight, the OK Corral. No more Westerns, because the kids won't go and see Westerns. The kids today don't like them. No. They like the outer space thing.
Unfortunately today, a lot of the studios are publicly traded companies, and they get a lot of shareholders, and they sprinkle some money down to the independent movies to maybe they make a score there somewhere with an Academy Award or something. But other than that, there's really not much, from my opinion, to go see right now. So hopefully,
they're not making movies like they used to. It's horrible.
It's all corporate. And
I used to love going to see the big ones with the reserved seats, like Ben-Hur and The Longest Day, and all that. No more of those things.
The Ten Commandments, the big movies.
All of those kind of movies. Yeah.
Wow.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore. Folks. All
right, so look, you got to come to town, and we'll go to Vitello's.
Yeah, we're going to definitely go to Vitello's. On me. I promise you I'm going to come out. I'm out actually a couple months. We're going to go have a good time, and I'll be out there in a couple months, and I will definitely hit you up, and that's it, Frank. Folks, the great Frank Pesce. Please run.